Okay, if there's one thing I can actually really care less about, it is the 2020 Oscars. The nominees were announced today for the 2020 Oscars, and overall, I really don't care. The Oscars, to me, they're all about just political pandering and people going on stage to say how much more woke they are than the next person, that kind of thing, and also, bash the president. That's all these award shows are. They mean nothing at all to me. Nothing. All these actors and actresses, for the most part, they're full of BS. That's all they are. And Hollywood has always been preaching to us, especially, the last 3 or 4 years, about how they're right about everything. You should vote the way that they want you to vote, that kind of thing. And they also need more diversity in Hollywood. We've heard about all these actors and actresses talk about, we need more diversity. Rian Johnson even said that we have too many white dudes in Star Wars. And you know what? Lucasfilm goes out and what do? They hire more white dudes. That's what they do. Now, me personally, I really don't care about any of that. If you are good enough for the job, you're good enough for the job. I can care less if you're black, white, brown, or anything like that. But the thing is, Hollywood has been playing the race card for a while. They really have. And we need to call them out on their BS right now. Because out of all the nominations for the Oscars that have come out for the 2020 Oscars, there's only one person of color, POC. I hate that term. There's only one. And it was Cynthia Erivo for Harriet. That was it. So any other non-white person, it didn't happen. Now, Antonio Banderas, he did get nominated for an Oscar, but Antonio Banderas is a white guy. He's a white Spaniard. I know people kind of blur the lines with that and everything, but Antonio Banderas is a white guy. But anyway, I digress. The thing is, Hollywood has been pandering now to SJWs and things like that, and SJWs are calling, the Oscars and everything, racist, too many white people, that kind of thing. And we get the nominees for the Oscars, and people on Twitter, they see right through the Oscars. The same people that said we need more diversity and things like that, people have caught on to that. So Oscars So White is now trending on Twitter. People have caught on to it. Hollywood, you have been exposed. Now, when you only have one non-white person nominated for the major categories, people are going to catch that. They will catch that. And they did catch that. So J-Lo, Lupita Nyong'o, they were snubbed. Okay? Now, I'm not saying who should have been nominated, who should have not been nominated. There's a lot of movies out there. And to be honest with you, I don't watch a ton of movies to actually say who should get nominated and who shouldn't. Now, I completely agree with Joker getting nominated. Best movie of the year by far. To me, Joaquin Phoenix should win Best Actor. That movie should win Best Picture. But that's just my opinion. Okay? So let's go over here to Twitter and check this out. And we'll see what people are actually saying about the nominees. One person here says, take a look at this picture. Now take a wild guess as to who got nominated and who didn't. Hashtag Oscars So White. And to go on again, the next person says, Lupita Nyong'o, Jennifer Lopez, Awkwafina. I saw more conversations about how good these three performances were than all of the Oscar nominees combined. The Academy is dooming itself to irrelevancy. Hashtag Oscars So White. Another one says, Academy Awards barely escaped a reprise of hashtag Oscars So White from Variety. And they actually have an article right there as well. One other person says, the Academy thinks they can diversify the nomination announcers and will forget about hashtag Oscars So White. So Hollywood, if you're going to tell us that Hollywood needs to change. There needs to be more diversity and everything like that. You need to actually follow through with that. Because based on these nominations, you're not following through with that. And people are calling you out on it. I don't believe in any kind of, how should I say this? Any type of affirmative action. Like I said, I just believe if you're the best person for the job, you get the job. If you gave the best performance, you should get the nomination and you should win. That's the way I think. I can care less if you're black, brown, any of that. I don't play the race card, but Hollywood, you have played the race card. You have been playing the race card. You've been saying how men are bad, how white men are bad, that kind of thing. And yet, all you did was nominate pretty much white men, white women. That's it. People see right through that. So Ricky Gervais was so right when he said that you're in no position to lecture the public about anything. 100% correct. Hollywood, you have been exposed. You have absolutely been exposed. So the next time you hear someone like Ryan Johnson trying to talk about diversity and everything like that, and you remember, he made Knives Out. Knives Out had 0 non-white people in the major cast anyway. Brie Larson is always talking about, people of color and that kind of thing. Okay? Can we just get rid of that term, people of color? You know what? POCs. You know what? It was a white person that actually came up with that, most likely. Because as a black person, we don't address each other as POCs. Another story, but I digress. Anyway, to get back on track, what do you guys think of this? The nominees for the 2020 Oscars. Hollywood, you have been exposed. No other way to put this at all. And people really noticed that Lupita Nyong'o, they're saying she really should have been nominated for Us. I thought she was fantastic in that movie, but she didn't get nominated for Best Actress. And she did a very, very good job. She is super talented. Very, very talented. Now, I do think she got nominated for 12 Years a Slave, but think of it. She had to be a slave in that movie to get nominated. Another story, I digress. But that was years ago. That was back in, I think, 2012. So, Hollywood, next time any one of you actors, directors, studios tell us about diversity, I'm calling BS. I just am. Am I angry about the people that were actually nominated? No, because I really don't care. My thing is, you're just not in a position to tell us about diversity. You do not practice and preach diversity. You just pander to SJWs. But you know as well as we do, SJWs do not support any products at all. I'm all about the best person for the job regardless of color. You win awards based off performance, not color. Not color at all. Like when Black Panther was nominated last year for Best Picture, I knew that was just a BS nomination because we all know that Infinity War was a much better movie. And I love Black Panther. And Black Panther did not win. It had no shot of winning. It was just nominated to pander to SJWs. That's it. Infinity War was a better movie. No other way to put it. But once again, Hollywood, you've been exposed. The people are exposing you. So what are your thoughts on the 2020 Oscars? Do you actually care that all of the nominees are pretty much all white? I really don't, because I don't really care about these award shows. All they do is political pander and just tell you how woke they are and things like that. But in regards, they don't practice what they preach. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.